Hi friends, it's Valerie. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to this week's What's for Dinner. If you are new here, I would love if you would hit that subscribe button and join my YouTube family. And don't forget to leave a like or a comment down below because it really does help my channel. This week's What's for Dinner, I've got some meals that are pretty much all like top list things we like a lot. So really hard to pick a favorite when you've got it like that. I will say a new favorite that was added to this was a side dish, and it's like a cucumber lemon feta couscous. Never had that before, but love it a lot. It was light and fresh, and if you love stuff like that, you are really going to enjoy that. But anyways, let's just get started. Okay, so for this, I've started off with 2 large chicken breasts. They're pretty large, and I've just butterflied them down the middle to make them thinner so they'll cook a little bit better. And I'm going to season those with some salt and pepper, and then some garlic powder because that's like a must for me. I also have this Kinder's garlic and herb seasoning, so I'm going to generously just go ahead and sprinkle that all over the chicken. You can flip it if you want and, season the other side. I just left it like this. Then I'm taking some cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes, whatever you have, and just putting them on there. I'm kind of I have like a medley, so I'm picking out mostly the reds. I like the yellows for snacking, so I'm just kind of picking out as many of those as I can. This is no real measurements. I'm just kind of putting them until they look like they cover like a good amount of the chicken. Then I'm taking 8 ounces of cream cheese and placing that on top. I'm also going to put some minced dried onion on this. Now, again, no real measurements, just sprinkling it. You could also just dice up some onions and add it for some extra flavor. I just didn't feel like doing that. And then I'm taking whole garlic cloves and I am putting those on top. That's just a preference, however much you think you'd like. I love roasted garlic. So I'm also seasoning that with some additional salt and pepper. That's just to taste your preferences on that, giving it a nice healthy good drizzle of avocado oil. You can also use olive oil, and then I'm baking that at 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes. That's going to be dependent upon how thick your chicken is. You might need to increase that a little bit. Apparently my camera stopped recording at this point. I'm not sure what happened, but I got a little bit of 30 seconds of this clip, and it's just I started shredding the chicken. I used 2 forks, do whatever you want with that. I used a fork to just mash up the roasted garlic and the tomatoes, and then I just stirred it all together. I also stirred in some fresh spinach. The heat from this just wilted that enough, but if you need to, you can stick it back in the oven for a few minutes just to help wilt that spinach into it. Of course, you don't even have to add spinach. I just wanted to have some additional vegetable, and I thought it would complement it very well, but you could also add basil. I just served this with some linguine pasta. Any pasta or over rice would work, however you would like that. And then I did a side salad, just garden salad with cucumber, croutons, and some ranch. And I really like this pasta a lot, and I've been buying big containers of tomatoes recently, so I think it's a good way to use up some of those if I don't get to use them up for snacking purposes or other reasons. It'd be a great way to just use those up. You can do additional vegetables if you'd like, but I really loved the flavor profile of this. It was just a nice, delicious bowl of pasta. On this night, we had a big craving for Chinese food, but unfortunately, our favorite Chinese food place closed down recently, and so we're gonna need to find a new favorite place. So for now, we just got some Panda to satisfy that craving. I always get mushroom chicken, and I like the honey walnut shrimp, and just their half and half of chow mein and fried rice. And it never disappoints, but I really do hope that we find a place that we love that is local to us. For this recipe, we're going to need 2 cups of cooked couscous. So that is about 1 cup of dry. So I'm boiling 1 cup of water. I'm adding a 1/4 teaspoon of salt to that. I like to stir the salt up to let it help it dissolve. I'm also adding about a teaspoon to a tablespoon's worth of butter to that. And then I'm measuring out the cup of dried couscous. And I've never cooked couscous before, so I didn't even know what to expect or what really to do, but the instructions were pretty simple. It's just stir it together, which I am doing just to get that incorporated. And then once you've done that, you'll just place a lid on it and let it set, take it off the heat and let it set for 5 minutes. I was really worried, I'm not gonna lie, because it looked like it was just gonna be one mess of a blob, but it turned out perfect. It broke up perfectly when I stirred it. I let that cool, which was really easy because of how thin it is, or small the little bits are. And then to that, I'm adding 1 lemon that I juiced, and then 1 cup of cucumber cut up, 1 cup of feta cheese, and then 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley chopped up. And then also adding half a teaspoon of garlic powder, just stirring that all together to incorporate it. I think at first I only did some of the lemon juice, like half of the lemon, just to make sure that it wasn't too overbearing for us. And then I continued to add the rest because it was delicious. The recipe also calls for seasoning it with a teaspoon of salt. At this point, I just kind of tasted and added salt as I found necessary, like whatever amount worked for me. We did cook this in salt, and the recipe didn't account for that because they're just calling for 2 cups of cooked couscous. So that might make a difference. So just taste that and make sure it's to your liking. I'm just doing grilled chicken as the protein, so I've taken 2 chicken breasts. I'm seasoning them with just some of the Kinder's red garlic and the garlic and herb, and some salt and pepper. I just stuck this on the Ninja Foodie grill for about 10 to 12 minutes. I think these were a little on the thicker side, so it was definitely probably 12, maybe even 13 minutes, and I flipped them halfway through. Then I have these microwavable garlic herb, like bite-sized potatoes that I got at the grocery store at Albertsons, and they just cook in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then once they're done cooking, you just add some butter into them and the seasoning packet that they come with, and just stir it all together. If my butter had been softened, it would have been better, but I just stuck it back in the microwave for like 30 seconds so that it could melt a little bit and make it a little bit easier to kind of like toss those potatoes in that. And I really liked these potatoes a lot. It was my first time having these exact ones, and they are a favorite now of mine. So I just served that, the chicken, the couscous salad, those potatoes. It was a delicious meal. We love grilled chicken here, but wow, that couscous salad, like I've never had couscous before, I don't think. Maybe I have, but I don't remember it. But I really liked it this way. It was super light and fresh. Actually a very perfect like summer dish, but it's definitely the type of like dish that I like in that more like Greek or Mediterranean style. Love the lemon. It would have been great like with some hummus. I think I want to make some more of this like on the regular, like as a meal prep, to do like bowls with chicken and hummus. I think that would be really, really delicious. So I love this a lot. These are the 2 products I'm using this night. I'm using these Gorton's crispy battered fish fillets, and I am just cooking them to the package directions. Same thing with the fries. I am just cooking them to their package directions until they're all nice and crispy and to our liking. While they're cooking, I'm making a tartar sauce. Now, no real measurements. I'm scooping together in a bowl some mayonnaise, some relish, and lemon juice. I like to just taste as I go kind of thing. So I definitely need to add some salt and pepper. I definitely added more relish. This is again just a taste. Just keep tasting your way here. Of course you could find a recipe, but I tend to like to just taste it. It's a simple thing, but it's like really tasty with fish. I love tartar sauce. So just keep increasing your quantities to your liking. I put some mayonnaise spread onto my burger buns. You can do butter, whatever your choice is, but I did go ahead and grill those up. Adds a nice flavor and just makes them way more delicious that way. I thought I got a picture of me having the fish fillets and putting the cheese on them, but I didn't. But I just put 2 fish fillets together, and then I put a like American cheese like on top of it, and it like melts and kind of holds them together. You could of course use cheddar, but that's not the taste that I'm going for. Like I'm going for that like traditional like McDonald's Filet-O-Fish style type of sandwich. So that's what I did, and then of course I just added the tartar sauce on the bun, served that up with those fries. This is a favorite of ours. It's really, really delicious and super easy. We don't have it very often. I think sometimes I just forget about it, but like fish fillets and like fish sticks are one of Charlie's favorite things. So I did figure I'd make it for him since it had been a while, and we did love this a lot. For these green beans, I just tossed them in some avocado oil with some of this Kinder's garlic and herb seasoning. I air fried that for like at 400 degrees for maybe like 8-9 minutes, depending how like soft you like your green beans. I was really craving some good steak, so I picked up some filet mignon. I'm using this Kinder's Buttery Steakhouse and Kinder's Prime Steak Seasoning. I love this Prime Steak Seasoning. It's like a must on my steaks now. I just rubbed that all over the steaks. I put a little tab of butter on top of each steak. I am using a meat thermometer here that is wireless so I can keep track of that temp, because I definitely don't want to overcook my steak. I like it medium rare. So for me, it's about 8-9 minutes. I just keep an eye on that on the app on my phone. And I served this up with more of those garlic herb potatoes because they were delicious. And I thought, you know what, these are going to be really great with like a nice, just like steak dinner thing. And they were. They're such a comfort, delicious food. I love potatoes. They pair well, very well with steak. But man, I can't get enough of this steak. I wish it was something I could eat more often. I know the red meat's not the best for you, but it was so delicious paired with the green beans and potatoes. I know you guys are probably tired of me having El Pollo Loco, but honestly, your girl had a coupon and I love El Pollo Loco, so I had to get these tostada salads because we like them a lot. I got the double chicken tostada salad and it's just fresh, delicious, easy, and I like when it's cheap like that when you've got a coupon, so I couldn't miss out on that because it makes for a night that I don't have to cook, which is great for me. Thanks so much for watching, friends. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell so you don't miss out on any future videos, and I hope you all have a great day.